Wife left me when I was caring for my dying father. But when he made me a millionaire in his will, she came crawling back. I'm 36M. Married for 8 years. Father of 2 wonderful kids. I'm also the only son of my ailing father. He'd been suffering from kidney failure for years. But over the last 2, his condition had worsened. Dialysis became a necessity. Twice a week. At first, Dad could manage on his own. But as his health declined, he began asking me to accompany him. Eventually, it became part of my routine. Saturdays and Wednesdays were dialysis days. Saturdays were fine, it was my day off. Wednesdays, I arranged with my boss to leave work early, then make up the lost hours at night. I'd been with the same company for over a decade, and my boss trusted me. Granting this flexibility wasn't a problem. But the real problem was at home. My wife, Ale, 34F, never liked me spending time with my dad. When I told her I'd be taking him for dialysis twice a week, she didn't just get upset, she snapped. She said, "Why waste your time on him? No matter what you do, he'll never appreciate you." That cut deep. But to explain, you need some background. My father was a successful businessman. He built a merchandising company and accumulated considerable wealth. He always wanted me to take over. But I was drawn to technology, to coding and software development. After graduating, I joined a big tech firm instead of his company. Dad felt betrayed. He warned me that if I didn't carry on his legacy, he'd leave his fortune to charity. I stood my ground, told him I didn't need his money. I could build my own future. Our relationship soured after that. Then, 5 years ago, Mom passed away suddenly. It shattered him. And for the first time in years, I began visiting more often, bringing my kids so he wouldn't feel so alone. That's when our bond slowly mended. But Ale never shared that bond. She avoided visiting my parents, said my mom was too nosy. When Dad talked about cutting me out of the will, she openly called him cruel and unfair. I told her it was between me and him. But she always made it about our future. Fast forward, dialysis days became a battlefield. Every Saturday, she'd coincidentally plan something, a party, an outing, or even grocery runs, just to guilt me. Wednesdays were worse. I'd come home exhausted from work and dialysis, only to find she'd gone out, dumping the kids on me. My father, ever considerate, once suggested, "Let the nurse take me. You're always rushing." But I refused. That drive to the dialysis center, those 30 minutes, were all the time we had together. I wasn't giving that up, not for anyone. But Ale escalated. She started shouting at me in front of the kids, bad-mouthing my dad, even trying to turn the children against me and him. One night, during another ugly fight, she sneered, "Why bother? He cut you out of his will. He's already given everything to charity." I snapped. So what? Do we only care for parents if they're rich? Do kids abandon poor parents because they can't leave an inheritance? That was the breaking point. Our fights grew constant. Finally, one evening, she gave me an ultimatum. Choose, your father, or me. He's dying anyway. Think carefully who's going to be around forever. Her words sickened me. I told her, if that's how you see it, then I'd choose my father. She packed her bags and left. I didn't stop her. A week later, divorce papers arrived. I signed them without hesitation. To my surprise, she didn't even want custody of the kids. She just left us, me, the children, and my father. And you know what? Her absence was peaceful. The house felt lighter, even with more responsibilities. I was happier. I moved in with Dad so he could spend time with the grandkids. It was beautiful, watching him smile, hearing the kids' laughter in that old house. For once, it felt like home again. But then, he passed away in his sleep, peacefully, surrounded by love. He looked content, and that gave me comfort. After his funeral, I assumed everything was already donated to charity, like he'd always said. But then his lawyer called me in. He revealed the truth. My father had never changed his will. He left everything, his company, his house, his wealth, to me. I broke down. For years I thought he'd disowned me. But it was only words spoken in anger. Deep down, he was proud of me, for choosing my own path, for not caving under pressure. He always saw me as his son, his heir. I took over his business, determined to honor his legacy. I balanced it with my tech career, and for the first time, I felt like I was building something for both of us. Then, like ants swarming to sugar, people started showing up, relatives I hadn't seen in years, old friends, neighbors, and finally, Ale. She arrived with her parents, crying crocodile tears, claimed she didn't know about Dad's death, claimed she missed the kids. Her parents said, "Now that your father is gone, the children need their mother. You should reconcile." I laughed in their faces. She left when the kids needed her most. Now, after all this time, she suddenly wanted to play mother again? No. Ale grabbed my hands, begged me to take her back, said she still loved me. I told her straight, you don't love me. You love the money. You called my father greedy and cruel. But now you're here because of his wealth. You're not getting a penny. Her tears turned into rage. She threatened lawsuits, demanded half of her rightful share. My lawyer assured me she had no claim, the divorce was final long before my inheritance. But still, I stay cautious. I know she'll try to manipulate the kids for leverage. But I won't let that happen. They're with me, safe, and I'll fight tooth and nail to protect them. Today, I run my father's company while raising my children. We're healing together. We visit Dad's grave often, and I tell the kids about the kind of man he was, strong, flawed, but loving. As for Ale, she's history. She abandoned us when we needed her most. But when fortune turned, she came crawling back, and I showed her the door. Because in the end, family isn't defined by who shares your last name. It's defined by who stands by you when the world is falling apart. If you were in my shoes, would you ever take her back? Or would you shut the door like I did? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this.